Hello guys, as you can see, I've started ripping out the inside of the boat. Come across a couple of bits already, as you can probably see there. I'll put my foot on it so you can see. That is rotten as a pear. The plumbing's another story. As you can see, it looks like there's a lot more room in here now anyway, that's for sure. But that end there, took the lino up to just past where that cooker is. That's the water pump down there on the floor, which I've got to move that as well. Like I say, the plumbing's another story. That's all got to be cut out, which I didn't bloody want to do, but there you go. And I'm going to put this up the other end, like I said to you, know, down by the toilet end. Yeah, that side's done there on now. Thank Christ. I'm just putting on a couple of stripes down the side, but I forgot my scissors, so I'll have to come back to that. But just thought I'd show you this quickly. Hello guys, as you can see, I'm still in here cutting all this kitchen etc out. As you can see down this end now, as you remember, the kitchen sink was there, and the cooker and the fridge, and there was a breakfast bar coming across there. I'll show you from the other end. What I've done now is, from there I've cut it out all the way along down there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, I think, some sort of double bed in this area here. This area here, across there, doesn't look very wide on the camera, but it's probably about 4.5 foot wide, something like that, at that top end near the door. And obviously as the higher up it goes, the wider it gets, so I reckon I'll get a double bed in there. So of some sort anyway. I've had to take all this cladding off all the way down because this side had been put on round the wrong way for some reason, and it didn't go all the way up anyway, so I've stripped all that back now, so you can see it's a flat wall, which I'm going to TNG that now. For the users who don't understand what that means, that's tongue and groove, which is what this is. This is TNG. So I'm going to replace all that now. That hole where the sink used to be, that bit just there, that pipe, I'm going to cut that off and then bung that from the other side. That's the wire that comes down, feeds the water pump, and just up there in the corner, as you can see, the gas pipe comes down there, which I'm going to disconnect that because I don't need all these gas fittings in here now. I'm just going to put an elbow on that and then put a new bit of pipe up there. Those two pipes coming down from the hot water heater, cold in, hot out. That'll have to be repiped into the other room when I get up that end. Okay, I'll get back to you when I've done this bit of grooving up. Cheers. Hello guys. Right, where are we? Right, as you can see, put a new wall in all the way along there now, which looks quite nice. Just finished that and cleaned up. If you're wondering what that is, I've just put this here, which ain't fixed properly yet because I've got a tee out for the hot water. That's where the water tank is, down this end. This is the on and off. This is the on and off bit here, which you can turn, which I don't want to turn because I don't want no water to come in. But that's the stopcock like you'd have in your house. And what I've done is I've just put another baller fix in there, which is another one which you'd probably see under your sink, just as a secondary. That runs all the way up there now. I've just got a tee into these two pipes here, which is, this is the cold feed, this one, and this one's the hot. This is the gas, obviously, which has got to go back in there. If you remember where the cooker and everything was there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, along along where that cupboard is, in that gap there, as long as it is to lay down, I'm going to put a bench seat where the kitchen used to be. I'm going to put a bench in there, which is going to pull out across the boat, which will make a double bed up this end, or just leave it as a settee looking type of thing. If I'm on the boat on my own, I can just use it as a settee in the daytime as a seating arrangement, or I can just chuck a sleeping bag on it and just use that as a bed of a night time. And then down this end, where the fire is over there, I'll just probably buy just a small swivel recliner, which will go down that end somewhere. I might put a little unit along this wall here somewhere, which my daughter's got for me. I don't really want to fill the boat up with too much clutter, to be honest with you. And then up the other end, up here, where the toilet is, this piece here, which is a bit packed out at the moment, this is where the kitchen's going to go back in here. So even though this part of the boat will be a bit cramped, but you know, to be honest with you, you're only really in the kitchen when you're cooking. You really want, you know, this area here now, I mean, you can see yourself, I mean, the amount of space that I've gained is ridiculous. So, you know, I want the living area to be the biggest part, because there's nothing worse than you're cramped in a corner. But hopefully I'll get the rest of this sorted out tomorrow. I'll just show you quickly, that there, this here, that's my water pump. I've disconnected that because that was stuck out in the middle of the floor. That's going to go down here somewhere, so it'll be inside the bed box, so that won't be worried. I won't have to worry about that. I've had a couple of problems with the floor, as you can see. I've got an hole there. I like to patch a bit of the floor there, but that's solid now. I'm probably going to find a couple of bits up here as well where there's a bit of a dip. There's a bit there. As you can see, it's a bit spongy, so when I get this liner up, I'll chop that out and put a bit of ply in it just to support it, and then I'll line the whole floor. I might just put 6mm ply over the whole floor just to give it that little bit extra, and then I'm going to put like a walnut gloss finish laminate flooring in there. These walls, the walls, I'm thinking now I might just paint them because I want it a bit bright. I don't really like all this stained TNG because it looks a bit like a sauna, if you know what I mean, but we'll worry about that when I get to it. Okay, speak to you soon, guys.